Hey, Mimo, Michael Morgan. Sorry, I went live a little early because I was just. Oh, let me turn the volume off on there. All right, no volume feedback. I have my iPad so I can read the comments and comment for you guys. I'm just taking this Hogue EOX 2 apart because I'm going to sell it. And I just wanted to make sure it was clean before I list it. Hey, Greg. Hey, Joe. Hey, Ed. Hey, Javon. And yeah, so anybody got anything to talk about? Any new knives that you picked up or plan on ordering? Like I said, I'm just cleaning a knife, making sure it's clean because I'm going to sell it. And you guys ever pick up knives you've never used? This is a knife that I've never used. Yeah, I've heard of you, Greg. I mean, I've seen you in the chat, other chats. So you're I remember you, but I didn't know if you've disappeared. There's so many people to keep up on, and I sometimes yeah, this is pretty cool. This is this has a cut in. I didn't know that. I've taken it apart before, but I'd never noticed that it has a detent ramp. It's pretty cool. Most knives don't have detent ramps unless the maybe higher price knives have those. I don't know. All the budget knives I've taken apart has never had a detent ramp. So yeah, that's cool. I've never gotten a Towser or opinion, but I've always heard good things about them. I think I took this knife apart 2 years ago, and I made a mistake of adding some KPL on here, and I believe they don't need, when you have a washers, you don't need KPL, and I think so. I'm probably gonna not put KPL on there again because I think it kind of gummed up the action. And if I had time, I would just run it on a piece of sandpaper like this. I think this is a 2000 grit, and I will majorly polish up the phosphor bronze washers. But I'm just running it a little bit on there just to make sure all the oil's off. Even though I ran it some alcohol, you can see if I worked at it, I could get it super shiny. Let's. You guys sauce your washers with Wastelanders spaghetti lube. Sketty lube, not food safe. Yeah, if I did that, it would gum up the action severely. What's Nightbot? You're on my naughty list. Stop spamming emotes. Warning. What? What is Nightbot? I don't know what Nightbot is. Huh. I'll have to look into that. I don't know what Nightbot is. Hopefully it won't block anybody or something. I don't think it should. I remember looking at other people's channels and Nightbot. Maybe it's new. Only trying to help stop spammy caps. What? I don't think it means anything, Joe. I'll look into it after this live and see what it's all about. Maybe it's something I signed up for and I didn't know. Hey, Vanessa Kitty. I've never seen you before. Welcome. And Sharp Guy, if I didn't say hello, Sharp, hello. And Joe, hello. Anybody knows what this Nightbot's about? Let me know. Never heard of it. I think it's some third-party software. Maybe I signed up for it and I didn't remember signing up for it. Oh, shit. Got to put the spacer in here or this. What do you call it? I'm gonna lock this open. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat right now. I don't want to injure myself. Man, Nightbot's have an argument with Joe. I don't believe that's a person. I think it's some kind of bot. Can I block? Put the user in timeout. Let's see. Let's put the bot in timeout. Shit. Hey, Bluminati. Hey, Patina. You guys can hear me, right? I'm not entirely close to the phone. Damn it. I kind of remember this. I kind of remember putting this together and it being a bitch to line up this spacer in the holes. This is one of those hidden lanyard shit. I fucking hate hidden lanyards. Yes. Every time I use emoji to sign, he pops up. Yeah, I don't. If it pops up again, you can like anybody that has a wrench, you can put him in timeout. But I think it's something I signed up for a long time ago. I think, and I've never seen him on here before. But I've seen him on other chats. I think if you address the Nightbot, you can like send links and stuff like that. But I mean, anybody can send links. If you have a wrench. So I'll check into it and I'll afterwards and see if I can unsign up. Sorry, I have almost half this knife together. So do any of you guys have this knife? This particular Hogue? Are you guys still here? I haven't seen a chat in a while. Let's see. I think this needs to be in a little bit further. Yeah, and something isn't right. It's not going in the hole. Oh, shit. Okay, my chat stopped working temporarily. Hey, David, Bama, man, my chat stopped working, and I didn't know you guys were commenting. Yeah, I have. Oh, okay, 5 hogs. Yeah, but that one. Yeah, I was clean. I'm cleaning. I was cleaning this one because I want to sell it. I'll probably not get much money out of it because everybody. It's Christmas time and everybody's saving for other things. But it's doing me no good in my knife case, and I just want to get rid of it. I may have to temporarily take this. I'm going to temporarily remove this because I don't want to bore you guys taking it apart, trying to get it in the hole. So I'm going to put this knife back together. Thanks, Michael Morgan, for hiding the chat bot. Yeah. Apparently, I signed up for something. Where is that hole? Okay. Hey, Gizmo. I've never heard of you. Welcome, though. Maybe oh, is that Todd? Is that Todd Carr? Did you change your name to Gizmo? Oh, man. That's why the screw wouldn't go in. I was trying to screw it in with a number 6, and it's a number 8. Let's screw the pivot in. Too tight. I mean, sorry guys, it's been off camera. That's what happens when my camera is above me, and I don't look at it. But you can't help get this one here straight because there's that liner that locks in place before you ever put the pivot on or put the scales on. So let's see if it. Yeah, that's probably the pin or the problem I was having. It seemed gummed up because I I haven't used it in 2 years, and the oil was I mistakenly put some oil on there. It's working perfectly now. It's not drop shotty because it's a washer, so it's not on bearings. But it's a good knife, good looking knife. I don't know if it's a good knife because I've never used it, but it's a good looking knife. I think I did some cutting task on it. I believe there was some marks on the blade at one time. I think I cleaned them off. It didn't leave any. It just left streaks. It didn't harm the finish. So this is the EOX 2, and I believe this is. Oh no, this is 154 cm. I was going to say it was an I don't know 20 CV, but it's 154 cm. So I remember the clips being here, whereas the blade was down, and I like to carry it tip up, so I removed the clip and made it here. So yeah, man, it's opening really good. You can still close it with one hand, but it's not. And I'm not doing a push button. I'm just flipping it out. So there's that. It doesn't have a weak detent. But you guys saw it on the blade that it has a detent ramp. So I was amazed that it has a detent ramp. And I believe this is my first detent ramp that came from the factory, straight from the factory. So I like that blade shape. That I would call that maybe a spear point. Definitely drop point, but it's kind of like a spear point too. The only drawback is this plastic. It's pretty hard. It's pretty tough, but I would want it to be metal so you can bash some stuff. This is got the SIG logo on it. If you can see that. So maybe it's called it's kind of weird that they have the same camouflage, but it's got a pattern, a rough pattern on this side and not on this side. I mean, that's the way it came, and it was brand new. So anyway, let's put this. I'll have to take it apart again and put this to anybody who wants to do a hidden lanyard feature. I'm not into the hidden lanyard, so I'll temporarily put it in this bag. Put that over there. Hey, Jared, and I can see your comments. I can see your comments because I have my iPad out. So Jared's welcome. Jared, he's been a member for 14 months. Hello everyone. Hope everyone has a great Wednesday. So far, I'm having a great Wednesday. Hey, Marcos, I didn't see you show up. Hey, how you doing? Let me pay attention to the chat. Let's see who else got in here. Mike Jernick. Hey, you guys. Oh, Gizmo Car. Oh, okay. Nope, you saw me on RJ's live. Oh, okay. It's just it's kind of cool that you have the. I'm familiar with Todd Car, and I thought you maybe changed your name for some reason. Hey, yeah, I always try to go on RJ's live because I mean we've been YouTube friends for like years, and he was a fellow Marine, and I kind of like to show off modern knives because most of his guests are pretty much traditional knives, but I know he's getting into some modern knives occasionally, so he invited me, so I, I like going on his chat too, or his live. Hey Gonzo, how you doing, buddy? I'm not temporarily not doing the face forward words because I'm lazy, and it requires using my laptop or another setup, and I kind of just think that the knives are the most important part of the show rather than your face. And everybody knows what I look like. I've appeared on other people's chats. Um, I'm going to try to do a double camera setup eventually. So what are you guys doing? What are you guys carrying today? I carried. Okay, yeah. I carried this today because I was fishing through my. That's funny. I was fishing through my case on RJ's lives, and I discovered I put this one away. This is the Scorpio by Blade Banter Orion knives, and I've never had it on my channel. I don't believe I don't. Maybe I did an unboxing, but I was playing around with this today. Maybe all week. I've been carrying this all week. So this is what I said is the Scorpio, and it's a clip point. I think that's a clip point. I would classify it as a clip point. And this is basically a smaller version of the Solaris. And I just thought I'm always just losing track of knives when I get them in, and sometimes I'll put them away and never do a video on it. So I've been playing around with this. So I just will give you a video maybe later this week on what I think of it. I don't know what I think of it. Honestly, I want to say I don't like it. It's just not my favorite. I really think the Solaris was a better knife than this Scorpio. I like the looks of it, but I don't particularly like the action of it. And when I try to flip it out on the thumb stud, you can flip it out, but you have to like put a little bit of wrist in it. At least I do. And it's just the thumb stud is just too far away from the front of the blade. So I use the flipper tab a lot, and I mostly use the flipper tab. So I was wanting to do a flipper delete, but since I don't like the thumb stud placement, I'm probably going to keep the flipper tab, even though I don't want to keep it. I think it would look amazing if the flipper tab was removed. I guess I can always like flip it out like with a button, I don't think that. I think the button's more for closing on this knife. What do you guys think? If you guys bought the Scorpio, maybe I just have to break it in. As I said, it kind of got lost and put in the case, and I've never carried it. And I started carrying it Monday, so maybe the action has to get broken in. I mean, it's the action is kind of broken in, but thumb stud wise, you just have to like think about it too much to open it. You just have to get your thumb on the right position, and I would always end up doing this. But if I think about it, and and then I put a little bit of wrist slip in it, it would mostly open. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Have you ever bought this Scorpio? Or who is in here? Forrest. Hey, Forrest. Oh, okay. So I was going to ask you. You're going to let me know when the Hanks are done, so I can buy them. I mean, I didn't want to bug you because I know you were busy. So I'll just wait for your email or your text, or you know how to contact me. And Forrest is working on these Hanks. I ordered some more of these Hanks in this material, and he's embroidering them. So, and I'm planning on giving some of them away if anybody wants them. And I have some magnets. I ordered like 10 of these, and I'm planning on giving these away too eventually. I have like another magnet I ordered yesterday, and I want to wait till that comes in so I could give that magnet away and this magnet away at the same time. So, as I said, I only have 10 of these, but I ordered 100 of the other magnet because it's a Christmas magnet. I could see me giving it away to non-knife people too. Oh, okay. It will be done tomorrow. All right. I mean, if you have any extras and you want to list them for sale, feel free for us. I mean, I don't know if anybody buys other people's Hanks or Hanks with other people's logos on them, but you can sell them. Like I'm just interested in ordering maybe 5 or 6 Hanks. I don't know how many you've made, so I think I told you 5, but if you made more, I'll buy those too. So, hey, Maddie. I think Maddie's my original member. He's the guy that signed up originally. I'm trying to see. Oh, Honey Bear. I didn't see you there. Honey Bear. Hey. I'm trying to see if anybody else new came in and I missed them. I don't want to miss them. Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to say it's winter for here. It's basically winter for me. And with that comes winter. I usually pick my daughter up from school during the winter, and I might have to adjust my time for lives, but you'll know that because I'll schedule the live that I can do. So we have a lot of snow occasionally, and it was snowing today, but it's not bad. But due to snow, it kind of screws up with my time. I may have to go to 5 o'clock. I don't know if that. I think that would run into Maddie's, but so I may have to change days. I don't want. I enjoy watching Maddie's, so I know that he lives in Arizona, and his time zone it doesn't change. So I originally set it at 4 o'clock, 4 to 6. I mean, I don't have enough content to go to 6, but I think for my time, Maddie comes on at 5 now because Arizona does set their clocks back. So my setting clock back is kind of infringing on an hour of his time. So I'm going to try to keep him at 4 o'clock because I like it. But if I need to do it a little bit earlier or a little bit later, or change the day, depending on weather, I'll try to advance. Try to give you notice in advance, maybe a day or so later, or a day before. I don't know. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm mumbling. Hey, Aunt, I saw you on Eons yesterday. But I came in at the late. I think I saw your last 3 nights that you were showing off. I missed the first 3. Hey, Dwayne. Sorry, I'm mumbling. And as you guys know, I had a stroke like 2 years ago, and sometimes I end up mumbling and digging for words. I'm pretty much okay, but sometimes if I'm a little bit stressed out, and I'm kind of stressed out this week, I'll start like I call it stroke talk. Gary, we're not here for words. We're here for people recipes. Oh, okay. I need to start putting some people recipes together. I have recipes for all kinds of things that I like to eat, but I usually don't like put human in them because I mean that's against the law. But yeah, the only time I think I can eat human and get away with it is if we're at war or something like that. Fingers crossed. I'm just kidding. Gary, the first 3 nights weren't that great anyways. Okay. I mean, I don't know what you showed. I'm sure it was great. It's great to you because you showed it. So, man, I had spaghetti last weekend. I was shirtless, but I don't eat the spaghetti off my body. That's kind of a Maddie thing. I just take my shirt off. You guys are familiar with a Seinfeld episode. I didn't learn it from George Costanza, but sometimes I don't want to get my clothing dirty if I'm eating on the couch, like not at the dinner table, and I'll take my shirt off. And I live alone, and I do have 2 cats, and they don't care if I take my shirt off. I'll take my shirt off, especially when I'm eating spaghetti, and then put it back on. Gary's famous for tuna salad. Oh man, I love tuna. I have to use a lot of mayo and relish in there, though. And if it's fish I'm eating. Gizmo's back. gizmo back out of the stream slowly without making eye contact. Gary After Dark. I haven't seen any corn dogs on Matisfaction's channel lately. He's like had a corn dog to eat when he did a review. They're coming, Gary. If anybody wants to come on, you're welcome. I'll post the link in the chat, and I'm probably going to only be on like till 5 o'clock because Maddie's comes on, and I don't want to miss his live. Okay, let's see if I can invite guests, copy. You know, I can't. I lost my ability to comment on my phone for some reason. Let's see if they're. Oh, they moved the comments under the settings. That's ridiculous. All right. So if anybody wants to come on, I posted a link in the chat. If you don't, that's fine too. Don't have any new knives that I can show you. I didn't purchase any knives this week or last week. But if you haven't seen it, see my video. Some of my favorite knives. Yeah, I can do that. But if you haven't seen the video, I took this Rough Riders APTA apart. This blade was originally on this brass handle, and then I just basically swapped the blade. This is a Rough Rider APTA, and pretty much worked out. I was watching somebody else's video, and I don't remember the name. I think Thrifty Knifty, and he showed me an alternative to get the blade and the spring back under tension. If he slowly put it back together, and he did it at an angle with the spring, and he got it to match up, and then he slowly lowered it onto the pivot. For me, I end up squeezing the spring carefully back in till the post met and locked tight. So it's in the video, so you can see it. But I like this version better. I like this blade with this titanium handle. I always say I'm going to learn how to anodize titanium, but if I do, this will be the first one I do, just for the heck of it. Pretty much it's easy to swap these out. Some of my favorite knives. Okay, some of my favorite knives. I mean, I can show you expensive knives, but I don't have any of them around me. I really like the Civivi Conspirator. This is my favorite button lock knife. Sometimes it bounces. You just have to remove your finger on the button before it closes, and you can spotty flick it with using the fuller. So this is one of my favorite knives. I even put a titanium clip on that, courtesy of the idea from Jared. Jared gave me the idea of using an RG. I think this was the An artisan clip? Yeah, an artisan clip. I bought off Amazon, I think, or White Mountain Knives. I don't remember. And I just I had to sand this part down, the bottom part of this. You can't see it because it meets the wood, but I just had to sand it down a little bit with a Dremel to get the screws to meet the screws are connected into they connect into the barrel spacers, and that's where it locks. Anyway, that worked out. I also like this knife by Artisan. This is the Ahab. I'm pretty sure I did a video on this too. This is Maddie inspired. Maddie's Faction. He was jonesing for this knife all before Blade Show, and that enticed me to check it out. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Very thin knife, very thin profile. I like this knife. So sometimes when I have the camera around, I'll fuck it up. But don't judge the knife too harshly. That's a user error. Very, very, very cool flipper. And I recently discovered this knife I bought, and I just misplaced it. It fell behind like a pile of knives in front of me. And this is the James brand. I believe it's called... Oh, man, I always forget the name. Somebody knows in the chat. This is the James brand. If I keep saying it, I'll remember it. I can't remember it. But it's on washers too. So it can indeed flip out, but it's not drop shut. If you close it, you have to use your finger. It's Folsom. Folsom. Yeah. So it wasn't initially, you had to like just slow roll it out. But if you keep it at enough, and the pivot's not tight, but I eventually could flip it out. So maybe I carried it a week, and on day 2 is very loosened up, broken in, but it is not drop shutty. It's pretty cool. This is the newer Folsom design. I believe the older Folsom design the back end was real shitty. It was like a different design. It had a different shitty clip on it too, but this is the newer one. But I think I bought this like 6 to 8 months ago. It's very thin too. Very cool knife. Very sharp. I believe this is in VG10 steel. I like this knife. No knife of the year, but I kind of like this. Oh, this is a knife that I'm going to sell too. So this is I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, it has a lock on it. This is an auto. It's called A01 MS. This is CPM 154 also. This has a long name. I don't remember. It's called maybe the Sig Hogue Sig Emperor Scorpion or something like that. Emperor Scorpion, maybe. But I believe this is has a SIG pistol that the colors matching, or I, I don't have a SIG, but anyway, this is an auto knife. This is a pretty small knife. I like this back spacer. I like how it looks. But I haven't carried this knife, and I'm going to sell it too. So eventually, I'm going to offer all my members the right to buy this knife before anybody that online. I'm going to put it up on my channel after the members tell me if they want it or not. I'll hold it for the members, and if you don't have the money right now, I'll hold it. So this one too. Several knives that I'm going to put up. I just happen to have these two in front of me because I just wanted to make sure they're good before I sell them. This knife I'm also going to sell because I really don't like it. It's a petrified fish. It's kind of like a ugly knife, but at the time I liked it, but eventually I didn't carry it. So it's flickable, but it has a strong detent. It's not going to like flip out like easy. This is in K1 10 steel. This is called the PF 999. I don't remember if it has a name. I think it has a name, but this is the all blacked out version. It's not a bad knife. It's just weird. It's just a weird knife. And I like weird, but this is a weird knife I don't carry. Let's pay attention to the chat again. More Hogues? Yeah, I have a Hogue Deka that I'm going to sell. I have Deka. I always call it Deka. Deka. I have a Deka it's in not Magna Cut, so it's an old Deka. I mean, not super old, maybe 2 years old, but I have the clip point Deka. I'm keeping the Warncliffe version because I find that I carry the Warncliffe version a lot, but the clip point version, I rarely carry it, so I'm going to sell that too. Don't take personal checks from Satisfaction. Hey, Drewby. Hey, Todd. Todd Carr. Todd Carr, your brother was here today. Or maybe he's still here. He's called Gizmo Carr. Hey, pretty fly for a knife guy. Your name's so long. I'm usually on a phone, so I just shorten it to Pretty Fly. I like your song though. I like the song. I like the not outfield. What do you call it? What's that band name? Yeah, I'm forgetting the band name. It starts with an O. Hey, Josh Worth. This Offspring. Thanks, Honey Bear. And hello, Honey Bear, if I didn't say hello. Offspring, yes. What did you say dibs on, Maddie? Oh, another knife I happen to have around me. This knife. And most people think this is probably the ugliest knife made. This is the Plague Doctor. I I like this knife, but I don't carry it, so I'm going to sell that too. This is a in D2, and it's called the Plague Doctor. It's made by Steel Wheel Knives. It's a very comfortable knife, but you know, I just don't carry it, so I'm going to sell that too. I don't know if anybody was interested in that. It's not going to be expensive because it's basically a budget knife. I don't know how much I paid for it, but that doesn't matter. So I have a little honey badger laying around here. I'm probably going to sell that. I'm going to sell a lot of knives. This is just a few of them. So I don't carry this honey badger. I liked it. I don't carry it because I end up not liking the size. I like small knives, but I don't really like this small knife. It has a forward choil, and I don't think many honey badger knives like are going away with that. I think I don't remember seeing some new honey badgers with the front choil. That new, I don't know what that new blade shape is. I don't think they make a smaller version like with the choil on that. But anyway, it's an 8CR MOV or ACR 13 MOV steel. It's a great flipper. Just a little too small for me. Just I don't like the feeling. Anyway, I'm going to sell that too. I'm not going to sell this. This is a knife I like. I like this knife. This is the Fenrir by what does he call it? Ugh. I always forget this name because I only have one knife by this company. But it's designed by a guy named Sparrow Knives. You can look up Sparrow Knives on Instagram or Google it. I'm interested in his production knife that's called the Strix. I'm going to get that too. I'm going to try to get the Strix. But Cansep. Thank you, Pretty Fi. Yeah, I always forget the name because if I only have like one knife by a company, I'll remember the knife name. I'll forget the company name for some reason. So this is the Fenrir by Cansep. I haven't carried this knife in a while, but I used to be able to when I was carrying it a lot. Yeah, I can front flip it. It's pretty much a great front flipper and a thumb stud flipper. My version of, I'm not going to say, I always say my version because some people like say their version. My version has a strong detent, so there's not a weak detent in this. Also, I've been carrying this again for a while. I carried it last week. This is probably not a knife that you guys would like. I don't see much about this knife, but I like this knife. This is a kind of an interesting flipper tab. You can flip it out, and you just have to make sure you get your finger out of the way because the flipper tab wants to hit your finger if you don't like get your finger quickly out of the way. So the flipper, I always like this knife because it has an interesting front bolster design. You don't see the flipper tab in any kind of way. This is called the Inyan. It's by a designer called, well, it's Assassin. Assassin's not the name of the knife. The Yin is the name of the knife. Assassin's the name of the designer. And I believe he's Russian or Polish or something like that. He's foreign, but oh, see, I hit my finger on this. This you have to just you just have to get it out of your way quickly. And this has super drop guillotine action. And the pivot's not loose. It's just, I don't know. Everybody says, put some skiff bearings in it or knives, but this is definitely not a knife that needs skiff bearings. It doesn't have an action problem, and it locks up tight. It's no play. It's just a solid knife. This is made by Kaiser. And I believe what this steel is, N690. I know people don't like N690, but it seems okay to me. I've never sharpened it, but and it's still sharp, and I haven't like stropped it or anything. So, but I probably haven't cut a lot of. I have like knives that I carry every day, regardless of knives that this is like a secondary for me. And so there's not much cutting when I carry it as a secondary. It's a big secondary, but I believe this is I don't have any measurements. It's probably a 3.6 inch blade, maybe. It's a big blade. Let's straight off with the comments again. Hey, later, Gizmo. Gizmo, show up on Manufacturing next. Yin Yang, yeah. I was in conversation with that guy, and I said, "Why didn't you name it to Yin Yang?" And he said, "I don't remember what he said, but he basically said the name means Yin Yang, something like that." Hey, Byron. If I didn't say hi to you, hey. Byron needs a wrench. Josh Worth needs a wrench. Anybody wants Pretty Fly Guy, he needs a wrench. So I'm gonna I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Manufacturing comes on in 5 minutes, right? I'm gonna try to get off before he comes on. Hey, Michael, Mimo, I had a black wash in Yan. And the bolster was the same. The blade was black washed, and I think it had a green micarta, really dark green micarta. It was really cool. Once I did a giveaway, I had the orange in one and the other one, and the person that picked it wanted the other one, so it basically got stuck with this one. I mean, it's not bad. It's great action, but I'm not all that a fan of the orange unless it has a blended with a red. But I'm probably going to dye this handle eventually if I keep it. I may give it, or I may give it away or sell it too. So, like I said, I carried it last week, I believe, but I don't think I carried it that much in maybe 6 or 7, 8 months prior to that. So I'm getting bored with some knives that I have, and I just want to get rid of them. So look for a sale if you're a member. Hey, Gonerai. Hey, JN. Yeah, I need to fix me some food too. Also, hey, Maddie, you're still here. Are you coming on in 2 minutes? Am I right? I'm not gonna. I don't want to run into your time. Later, guys. Later, Bama. Okay, I'll see all you guys in the comments, the chat. I'll see all you guys in the chat on Manufactions, and I'm really hungry too. Next week I'll probably have something to show off, or maybe I'm more than likely going to do a giveaway on my next live because I'm getting close to 1800. So, and I always said to myself, when I get to 1800, I'm going to do a giveaway. So I'm going to do something for the 1800. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off, and I'll see you guys on the Manufactions. Take care, Wastelanders. Bye-bye.